Hey guys, this is Ken aka KillSteelah checking out the new Xbox dashboard. The new interface sports the WP7 or Windows Phone 7 look and is what Microsoft is trying to push to tons of its devices, including the next iteration of Windows, Windows 8. Now the new Windows 7 interface might come to some of you as a shock, especially because it replaces that really big icon that you're used to with lots of smaller ones. But once you get to play around with it, it's really not so bad and it moves a lot snappier than what you're used to on the previous iteration of Xbox Dashboard. After a couple minutes of playing with the new WP7 interface for the dashboard, you're probably going to wonder how you customize the apps and widgets on the screen. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem like there's any way to actually do that. Really no surprise, because if Xbox allowed us to control what we see on our different screens, there's really no chance we would elect to have advertisements pop up every 2 minutes. Again, even though you don't have this level of customization, there are still plenty of things to like with the new dashboard. A nice feature that Microsoft has added to the new dashboard is the Bing function. This allows you to search for basically anything and it'll pop right up. So for instance, if I were to type in X-Men, you'll see that a whole bunch of X-Men stuff come up. Games, movies, all that kind of stuff, including trailers. Pretty cool if you ask me, because there have been plenty of times where I've tried to search for a game or DLC and I have to go through 7 or 8 different screens to get there. It's really nice that you can just go to one place, say what you want to find, and more often than not, it actually comes up. You'll notice that some of your favorite apps also got a facelift throughout the update, including Hulu Plus and Netflix. Now with Hulu, it looks pretty much like Hulu with the WP7 interface, so not too much to report there. Netflix, on the other hand, really looks like a nice new app. From an appearance point of view, Netflix looks almost completely different. They really tried to put as much information as possible on every level as possible, so you no longer have to dig so far into a movie or TV episode to see what it's about or to see how many stars it got. Plus, you can also see that Netflix really tried to put as many different thumbnails as possible, wherever possible, to just give it a little bit more flair. And with all these enhancements, Netflix now looks more like XBMC or Windows Media Center than probably what you're thinking of when you think about Netflix. There are also a couple of smaller updates which you may or may not care about, first of which is being able to share your achievements over Facebook. Now, there are a lot of achievement whores out there, and maybe those people would like this feature. For me, could care less about it. Also, there is the ability to set up a beacon which alerts your friends that you want to play a certain game. So for instance, I could log on and say, hey, I want to play Borderlands, and you can set up a beacon so when people after you sign on, they can see the beacon and say, oh hey, this guy wants to play Borderlands, I should join up. You know, not the most exciting feature, but certainly not the worst either. Without a doubt, one of the coolest new features to come out of the new dashboard is cloud storage. It basically allows you to copy and move your saved games up into the cloud so you can download, copy, and move them later on whatever console you want. Now, of course, saved games are tied to profiles, so first you're going to have to download your profile onto that other system and then download your game, but happily we can report that that process is a lot easier too. Downloading your profiles now only take about a minute, so the process goes a lot faster. You now have roaming profiles, so it's a lot easier to jump on the same profile between systems. Really, really, really nice improvement. The only thing that might have you a little bit blown about the cloud storage thing is that some arcade games don't really have saved games. So that's to say, like if you go to storage and you check out a certain arcade game and you think, oh, I have a saved game on here. Sometimes it's all wrapped up into the Xbox Live Arcade program, which means that Xbox isn't going to allow you to transfer it to the cloud, which sucks. But if this is the only drawback I can see, it's really such a small issue, not worried about it at all. Last but certainly not least is the Kinect controls that are now super embedded into Xbox Dashboard. It used to be that you could only control like the video applications with Kinect, but now you can basically control everything. Everything is very intuitive. They should have done this a long ass time ago, but we're happy to see it implemented now. And I think that brings us to the end of our little introduction of the new Xbox dashboard. It's a lot more snappy, takes some getting used to, but all in all, it really looks like the improvements that Microsoft is giving us are well worth the wait.